Hello friends, thanks for joining me today. My friend Deez at Turtle Dove, she lives in Australia and she sent me papers for swap and glue. So I found, you guys know I've been cleaning up my crafty space and I was able to find my collage journal. So we're gonna go ahead and do a collage in that. And let me just make sure I'm centered. All right, so let's go ahead and open up our swap and glue papers from our friend in Australia. Don't know if she sent me a note or not, so let me take a quick look. Ooh, look at these gorgeous scraps. Wow, how fun. Okay, so I didn't see a note right off the bat. So let's go ahead as usual. Let's look through, see what inspires me, and then we will start creating. We're gonna open up right to the center and look at the gorgeous trims she sent. So that's gonna be fun. We're definitely gonna use some of those. Let's put those over here on the side. And then once we go through the images and we know what we're gonna be working with, then we'll pick out some coordinating trims. Or maybe we pick out some trims that don't coordinate and put them together and see what happens. We'll just have to see what strikes our fancy. So here's vellum and it says, "Love sought is good, but given unsought is better." William Shakespeare, very nice. All right, so let's start going through these fun papers. Look at this music paper, it's beautiful. Look, this is a napkin, you guys. Isn't that beautiful? I love the colors, really cool. Look at this is fabric too, I love it. That's so pretty, oh my goodness. Oh, I hope I'm in camera. My setup is slightly different, so, you know, I'm gonna try to stay in frame, but if I pop out of frame, I apologize in advance for that. These are gorgeous. Oh, this might be a little note from her. Let's take a look. Look at the fun little scraps. Oh, and look at the pretty tag. Oh, and it's got washi on it. Oh, how nice. Lovely. And then look at these little bits. How fun are those? All right, let me see here. Hello, Jovi. It's Deez from Turtle Dove. I hope you are keeping well. I've been wanting to send you some collage papers and other pieces for swap and glue, so here it is. I hope you don't mind me not emailing you as I wanted it to be a surprise, and it was. Thank you, Deez. No pressure, just collage if and when you want to. Thanks, hun, and keep being the fun-loving, lovely you. You are always uplifting and inspiring and a talented artist. Love and hugs to you, Deez. Thank you, Deez. That's so nice. I really appreciate those kind words. Look at that. That's shiny. That's fun. You know who will love that is Kathy. Kathy's favorite things. She loves the shiny and all that good stuff. I know she'll love that. All right, let's see what images we have. I'm gonna try sliding them over because, you know, sometimes my camera will go out of focus if I flip them. So we'll try sliding and then we'll flip the whole stack at once and we'll see how that works. Oh, these are really, really pretty. Oh, very cool, wow. Oh, how fun. What a contrast all of these are to each other. Oh, that's fun. Okay, now let's flip these. We'll check the other side. How pretty. Oh wow, that's impressive. Nice, okay. So I think I know where I'm starting. Let me see here. So what I'm thinking, friends, is I think we need to start by putting our napkin down. It's got such a unique look and I would like to use it. So hopefully you guys remember how I usually take apart the napkins. I usually use tape. And I'm gonna go ahead, I have some washi here, I've got this handy. So let's use some of this and see if that'll help us take the napkin apart. I don't think Deez took the layers out for me. Let's take a look and see. Yep, this is gonna come right apart. So yeah, if you use 2 pieces of tape, it pulls right apart, no problem. And actually then I always like to check to make sure there's not a 3rd layer because sometimes there's, this one does not look like there is, but let's just double check. No, there's not, okay, whoops, okay. Perfect. So we don't worry about the damaged corner because we can, you know, my book is not so big that we have to use that part. So I'm just gonna lay the whole thing on there like this and glue it on with my glue stick. I think maybe what I'll do is one page at a time. I mean, obviously. I just use my scissors to press down any air bubbles that might be in there. Now, it's been a while since I worked with napkins, and some of you that might be new to my channel, and by the way, if you are, welcome. Thank you for checking out my channel and spending some time with me. But one thing I talk about when I use napkins, and everybody's different, and that's perfectly fine, but one thing that I talk about is when a napkin gets a wrinkle in it, some people get really upset about it. Does not bother me the least bit. I feel like if it gets a wrinkle in it, it adds some character to it. So it doesn't bother me a bit. This one's coming out pretty flat. Don't think I'm gonna get wrinkles, but I sometimes want them and then I can't get them. So, so at any rate, you know, it just adds character and I never worry if my napkin gets a little wrinkle in it. Oh good, I think I feel a little wrinkle right there. All right, just pressing down with my scissors again. So we're gonna see if we can kind of shove this down in the crease. I feel like that's gonna work out just fine. It feels pretty good right there. There we go. I'm gonna put this piece of trash under here so that I don't get glue on the other pages. When I'm working with glue, whether it's glue stick or decoupage, you'll notice I'll do a relatively small section at a time. And that way the glue doesn't dry too much before I move on to the next section. I made this book that we're using out of trash. As you can see, this right here, this was from a magazine that I got in the mail. So I tore the pages out, sewed them into a piece of fabric that was gifted to me, which was very nice, of my friend Carol from California. And so obviously the fabric wasn't trash, but the paper was, you know, basically gonna go in my recycling bin. So I used that, and I also used some Amazon paper, the brown paper that comes in their packaging. Whoops, we almost stuck together there. So I used that, so I used this magazine, then I used some Amazon packaging to create this book, and I felt really good about that. You know, just using stuff that was gonna go in the recycling bin anyway. All right, this is great. So let's go ahead and cut this to size. Get our garbage out of the way there. Actually, let me press this down with my scissors because I didn't do this page yet. All right, now we can go ahead and cut it. So let's start with this page because this page is probably dry already. Napkin is actually thin enough I probably could just tear it right off, but since I have scissors in hand, we'll go ahead and do it like this. I might go ahead and leave this edge here for now, and I can always trim it later, but I'm just gonna leave it there for now. Just already looks great in my opinion. All right, so now it's time to play. So let's look at the pieces that I have chosen. The music, I like these words. These will probably end up on there, probably near the top somewhere, although it could look pretty cool like that or something. So we're gonna use the music. I love the yellow flowers, you guys, so I definitely wanna use that. And I'm feeling like, let's see, look how the popsicles match. You know, I was thinking I wanted to go with the apples. So let's go ahead and, yeah, I was gonna say let's tear the apples, but actually, let's go ahead and cut the apples out. Those apples are peaches. Hold on, they might actually be peaches. They are nectarines. Yes, they are nectarines, not apples. Yeah, I could have looked right here at the seed and known it wasn't an apple. Whoops. Okay, let's get rid of that. All right, so if I want to, then I can put this down here. So we've got it handy. And then actually on the other side where the popsicle was, let's go ahead and get one of these out. I might not end up using these. It just depends on how everything's everything comes together, but I do like the colors, and I think the colors work nicely. So that's an option. We have our nectarines. Let's see what other things I want to play with. You know, I was kind of tempted to use a piece of this because it's different. It doesn't seem like you'd put that together, so let's do it. Simply because of that, I think we have to do it. So let's go tear from the corner, and we'll go like that. Perfect, I like it. Okay, and then, you know, that's kind of edgy and, you know, like this is, so I don't know that I'm gonna use a lot of this, but let's just pull it out and have it at the ready, just in case I do want to use it. And I can always cut or tear more of it, but we'll have the big piece ready. This is pretty cool too, actually. I mean, that would work pretty neat. Great images that you sent me, Deez. All right, let's get started with these things. See how I want to, you know, assemble everything. Let's start with this. right, friend, my collage is done. I had to change my lighting a little bit so that there wouldn't be a glare on the paper. There's a slight glare, but it's better than it was, but it might look a little bit darker, but that is why, because I didn't want there to be a glare. So I used so many elements that Deez gave me. Thank you, Deez, for all these beautiful pieces that you sent me. We've got the napkin, and then we have this trim, and then washi tape is underneath that. And then we used some of the gold washi here, and this vellum that she sent me, and this sparkly, and I think next to this mountain. That looks pretty cool. And then over here, I put the tag on that she sent me, and then I put the stamp that she used on the envelope, and then she had written her name on the envelope, so I put that on there. And then we have the roses layered with the music and some fabric and more trim to make a little cluster. And then this lady, she's just in smelling the roses, and they smell so nice. So I just think this is a beautiful page. It's really pretty. I'm super happy with how it turned out. Thank you, Deez, not only for the beautiful images, but for the really kind and wonderful words that you put in the letter to me, and I want you to know how much I appreciate that. So everybody, thanks for watching. See you soon.